One of the deepest wounds that damages the soul is rejection. It is a powerful blow to the human psyche, because it cuts deep into the heart and causes one to withdraw in defeat. Rejection attaches itself to the heart, causing the heart to become wounded, grieved, obstinate, proud, trembling, sorrowful, haughty, double, heavy, fretting, stony, hard, bitter, to name a few. The rejected person feel unwanted, unloved, unwelcomed, like they are a bother. As such, they put up different types of shield over time. This is a 12-part series, narrating the life of 4 individuals who were deeply rejected. It will show that healing from rejection is possible, because all things are possible with God. So, what are the main characteristics of rejection? Unloved, unwanted, feelings of shame, and so on. Such were the emotions that entered into Adam and Eve's heart after they disobeyed God, which opened them up to both fear and doubt. Only the love of the Father through Jesus can truly heal one of such soul-reaching blow. We are reassured through scriptures that God will never leave us or forsake us. That is why in Psalm 27:10, we see his promise, which says, "Though my father and mother forsake me, the Lord will receive me." Meet William, Hope Tan, Shelley and Serenity, see the impact of rejection in their life, which caused deep wounds into their hearts. Now, let's get to the story.
You decided to have a son. I told you that I wanted girls, but did you listen? No, you have this boy, and ever since you have him, you forget that I exist. He needs to go find a job, to take care of himself.
Have you lost your mind? He is 12 years, that's what you say to him, and caused him to be in the kitchen crying. What kind of man are you? You are his father, for Christ's sake. You are the one that is supposed to provide for him, and instead, I just went to the store, leave him to have his breakfast and go to school, and you go and say these terrible things to him that have left him in tears in the kitchen. What wrong did he do to you?
Is there anybody at home in that brain of yours, Tina? I just told you that you decided to have a boy, and not just that, ever since he was born, you acted like I did not exist anymore.
Great job, Tina. Of all the men in the world, you have to go and find the most rejected of all, and decided to have children with him. Children that he had no interest to take care of, but instead, wants to sit around and do nothing.
I resent that. You better shut your mouth, before I shut it for you. I love Rhea, she is a joy for me.
That's right, I forget, you don't like your own son because he is a boy. To think that you told me that you were only loved by your mother, after your own father and siblings turned their back on you, so you want me to hate my own son to please you. What kind of mother would I be, William? You of all persons should have loved him, especially after how you said your father treated you, but look at you instead, you cannot stand the very sight of our son. It is bad enough that, from he was small, you have been treating him badly. William, he is now 12 years, he understands more, and one day he is going to grow up. How do you want him to see you? He is a good boy, with a very good heart, and it is really sad that you are breaking his heart for no reason, day after day.
Ever since you brought him home, my life have been in misery. Gone are the times that I used to have with you. You have neglected me, days without number. Tell that son of yours to go and find a job, because I am not working to take care of him anymore.
I cannot talk to you. Something is very, very wrong in your mind, towards your son. Your need for my attention has caused you to, I cannot even bring my mouth to form these words. I will face the ugly truth, and say it. William, you hate your son. You hate your own flesh and blood, William, think about it. Upon saying that, Tina left the room in anger, and as she went, William went and sat down and got to thinking.
Is Tina right? Do I really hate my son? But how could that be? He is my own flesh and blood. He looks exactly like me. Could it be? Could she be right? Then something would be very wrong with me.
William began to ponder on a conversation with his sister. Many, many years ago, he was about the same age as his son. He became deep in thought. Meanwhile, our boss would like to see you now. I have been waiting for this summon. This is what she is going to say. Shelley, I am sorry, but I have to let you go. How can you say that? I know that many of the employees who were not in the union had to be let go. because of the accounts that we lost, but she is a good employer. She really look out for all of us, Shelley. I have been here for 5 years, and I cannot tell you the countless times I have been in her office crying, and as my boss she hear me out, pray for me, and waited until I composed myself. Her kindness won me to Christ, because she modeled the love of God before me. She is a wonderful boss. Anyway, she is waiting to see you. You should go now. Whatever. I am never wrong about what people want to do to me. A few minutes later. You called for me. Have a seat, Shelley. It's okay, I would rather stand. Okay, I called you here to tell you that. It breaks my heart that your contract was not renewed. However, I want to say that I would. Let me finish the sentence for you. I would like to thank you, but sorry at this time. Do you know how? I know what you were going to say. I knew it. If there was anyone to let go, it would be me. That was not what I was going to say. Before I was interrupted by you, I was going to say, I would like to thank you for being an incredible worker, and while your contract has ended here, I have called in a few favors, and I told them how hard of a worker you are, and what you did here this last 6 months. It's too bad we lost a few accounts, and it came from above me, from the bigger boss to let go the later recruits, as they are not unionized as yet. It was unfortunate that you were one of them, but because of your hard work, I recommended you to another company. I don't think so. If you really think that I was this valuable, you would have recommended me here. Thanks, but no thanks. Let me go and get my things. They are packed already. I was expecting this letdown. It always happened to me. Bye. Upon saying that, Shelley left the room. What was that? My Lord have mercy. She did not even accept the other job. Right away she sees her contract ending here as a rejection. Lord have mercy upon her, and opened her eyes, because if not she will go through unnecessary suffering as I did, pushing people away, expecting the worst, and believing that she is right, a self-fulfilling prophecy, not knowing that it is the lie of the enemy. Lord, I pray that your mercy will find her, just as it found me. Please send someone to help her. As soon as that word left Rebecca Stanton's lips, she heard the voice of the Lord says,
My servant Rebecca, you are that final help for Shelley. I have sent multiple people to help her, but she always turned them away. Your experience of rejection will be that testimony that should cause her to bow her will to me so that I can heal all that hurt and pain. She had her things packed before you call her in to see you. I want you to give her a call in 21 days. If you call her today, that wall of pride in her will respond in 2 ways. That you are calling because of guilt, or that you are calling because you feel sorry. Wait this 21 days, when her guard is down, after multiple disappointments of jobs, and then give her a call.
My merciful Lord, thank you for this revelation. I will be the help to her, as you said. Thank you, my Lord, for delivering me, for your mercy and grace upon my life that found and rewrite my life. It took me many years to learn to trust God. Because of all the hurt and pain I had inside, I will be patient with Shelley, as you were patient with me. I cannot forget how shocked I was when Sister Grace told me that you were also rejected, Lord. John 1:11. He came to his own, and his own people did not receive him. Isaiah 53:3. He was despised and rejected by men, a man of sorrows and acquainted with grief. And as one from whom men hide their faces he was despised, and we esteemed him not. I will mark this day down in my calendar, and do as you have asked me to do, Lord. I remember the word you spoke to the dear sister to me, she also who was once rejected, and she said your words, Isaiah 43:1-2, but now thus says the Lord, He who created you, He who formed you, fear not, for I have redeemed you. I have called you by name, you're mine. When you pass through the waters, I will be with you, and through the rivers, they shall not overwhelm you. When you walk through fire you shall not be burned, and the flame shall not consume you. My gracious Lord delivered me, and He will do it for you as well, Shelley. Meanwhile, recommend me to other company. What a laugh. Did I ask you for any handouts? Besides, I think it was a big lie, a crock. I was not fooled though by your sanctimonious attitude. I saw through all that charade. Little do you know, Mrs. Rebecca Stanton, that I know since childhood, that I can only count on myself. People always let me down, and if there is a job, and there is someone to get let go, it is always me. I always bounce back. I will not allow anyone to pull me down. I will busy myself, to find something else to do, and I will find something. I have bills to pay. Meanwhile, Serenity, what a day you had, to see how that father and mother said that they would do anything for their child. They are willing to pay thousands to work on their relationship, because they say that it is in the best interest of their daughter. Meanwhile, my own mother never wanted me, and keep reminding me of what a mistake I was, that ruined her life, with a man who did not care to have anything to do with her, or me. All my achievements, degrees after degrees, now a licensed counselor, fully booked for the rest of the year, hundreds of clients. Yet, I keep hearing in my head, her insults, her favorite word for me, useless girl, you would have looked better, if you did not have the double-sized lip like your father. What I would not give, to have a mother, a parent like little Sarah, who will do anything to stay together for her. When they speak about her, they spoke with so much love. I used to dread going to the home to see her, but now, I do not mind too much. Her insults are not as bad these days. Because of her memory, I sometimes feel bad for her, but at least, her memory last caused her to stop calling me names.
Stop feeling sorry for yourself, Serenity. Things could be a lot worse. It could be that I had nothing and amount to nothing, just as my mother used to say about me. As for me, I will never marry or have any children. I would not want to cause such pain. I would never want to hurt a child the way I felt hurt. I would not want that child to have a father that did not want them. It can be very lonely sometimes like this, but I am good this way.
Meanwhile, stop crying, my son. One day your father will see the wonderful child you are.
Mom, why does he hate me so much?
Hope Tan, don't ever say such words. Your father does not hate you. It's just that he is sad many times when he does not have work, and he does not know what to do, and so he feels really bad, and then he take it out on you.
Although I feel really, really sad with the names he calls me, at least, it's better than him taking it out on Rhea. She is just a little girl, and it would be too much for her.
My beautiful boy, with the biggest heart, you have a bright future ahead of you. I love you, my son.
I love you too, Mom. I will try my best to not make Dad not angry anymore. I will grow up and get a good job to help take care of him, Mom. That way he does not have to be so sad.
Oh my dear son, you are going to make me cry, my beautiful boy, with the biggest loving heart. Come, let me take you to school. You are going to miss your first class. Let's go.
Why am I thinking about my childhood now? Why did this memory flood my mind? Such a painful memory. Why do I remember it? What is the matter with you? Not even a fly cannot pitch on that boy. You do not even let him go outside with the other children, and it is like you forget that you have 3 other children who need your attention too. Yes, they are much older, but they are your children too. Ever since this boy came, this family has been in turmoil, so much sadness, because of him. After our 3 first ones and the 3 other miscarriages, you told me that your tube was tied, but you lied, because if it was, how did you get pregnant?
God knows that I am innocent. I do not know how I got pregnant with him after. You have seen the medical papers. The doctors were puzzled themselves, yet you do not believe me. What am I supposed to do about it that you don't believe me? Please, let us stop fighting about it. We have been fighting since he was in my womb, and now he is 12 years and he can hear us. Please, he is your son, and he is just as important as our other children.
Important? I don't think so. He is the only one that get attention from you. I am telling you, this is a real bother to me. You know what? I have to take a walk before I say something that I should not say. Virginia, I do not know how I can continue to live with you in this situation, where this boy is the center of your world, and it is like no one else exists.
Please, my husband, don't say those things. He is old enough to understand, and he can hear you. Unknown to his parents, William heard all that they said, but there were things that he did not understand, and so he asked his big sister.
Niece, I am so sorry to barge into your room, but I heard Mom and Dad fighting about me again. He said that Mom lied, What did Mom lie about?
Well, it's like this. Mom had a lot of pain because of the 3 miscarriages before you came, and so she was supposed to get help from the doctor not to have any more children, and so you came even though the doctors was supposed to have stopped the children from coming. That is WHT Dad thinks she is lying about.
But why is Dad blaming her? I thought that children came from God, who sent them to the different parents in the world. How is Mom to blame? I do not understand.
You are too young to understand these things, but maybe you could ask Dad. He does not like that you were around.
He does not.
My bad, I should not have said that. Sorry, little bro.
Excuse me, Denise. I should go to my room now.
As grown as I am, with my own children, I am feeling that pain so real as if it happened in this moment to me.
Birthed by the spirit of fear, rejection was the first emotion that came into the human psyche in the Garden of Eden. The primary feeling of rejection is to make one feel like they are not accepted by others. Such feeling can carry into adulthood and affects relationship, as those rejected could experience difficulty in relationships, which causes self-doubt, self-sabotage, as we see with the character Shelley in this story. Fear of commitment like serenity, fear of intimacy, dismissal of other people's emotions, as we see with the character William, difficulty trusting others. The belief that being alone is better. Any negative emotion that one fosters as a result of rejection only come because that is the way the enemy wants those rejected to feel. Every day we have a choice where to look for hope, and praise be to God, we can look to our Creator for hope. The world tells us to hope in money, luck, self, relationships, skills, and our own abilities. God tells us to look to Him, for that is where our help will come from. We are pointed back to the source who gave us life, who says to all of us, "Come unto me all who are weary, I will give you rest." The world disappoints us, again and again, but God will never fail us. The love and acceptance God offers doesn't rise and fall with changing like the tide. It is solid and secure. In a world of broken promises, God's character holds fast. He is a promise-keeping God. We can trust Him for the future based on His faithfulness in the past, and His acceptancing of us. We can receive Hebrews 10:23 into our hearts, and now we can look forward to the salvation God has promised us. There is no longer any room for doubt, and we can tell others that salvation is ours, for there is no question that He will do what He says, because He loves and accepts us. Bye, and thank you for watching. It is our prayer that this series will be a blessing to you, and if it is, please share with others so that they too can be blessed. May God continue to bless and keep you. Have a wonderful day.